Hey there, good Saturday morning. I'm meteorologist Alexis Clemens with NBC Connecticut. Wow, it's been a busy last 12 to 24 hours, with all of the snow that we've gotten. And we've gotten some fantastic pictures and videos sent in from all of you. We so appreciate that. So I wanted to go over some of the snowfall totals that we've seen so far and a look at what is coming next, because 2025 is going out with a bang. We're already tracking another system that's going to be here tomorrow evening, not snow, but ice, actually, freezing rain potentially as we go into Sunday evening. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the totals. Now, these are some that I just saw here this morning, because all morning long I saw 9.1 inches for the highest total in parts of Connecticut. That was in New Fairfield. That's now been up to 9.4, but we have seen some reports at 10.5 inches now in New Milford and in Meriden. We would love if someone could send us some of their reports as well to kind of confirm that. But these are a couple of reports that I've seen across the state there. Almost 10 inches in New Preston, 8.4 inches in Burlington. This is a big system for us. Nice big snowfall. We haven't seen one like this in quite some time. In fact, I can even show you this. That is not Bridgeport. Unfortunately, I didn't get to change the sky camera, but Bridgeport, I wanted to point out, 7.1 inches of snowfall officially. That is the official snowfall report at the airport there, Sikorsky Airport. And that is the largest snowfall for Bridgeport specifically since February 13th of 2024. So really, really cool there. And I wanted to also show you just some great pictures that we've gotten from some folks. This is Rory in Suffield enjoying the snow. We love it. Send in your reports as well. You can also comment on these streams out there. I wasn't able to add it on in this specific thing, but if you're on my Facebook right now, go to my Facebook, meteorologist Alexis Clemens, because I shared a video that somebody sent to us of goats enjoying the snow in West Suffield. It was so cool. It just gave me so much serotonin, just like this photo does. Look at Rory enjoying the snow. Yeah, we were off of a white Christmas by just 2 days. Now we're waking up to a winter wonderland. Let's look at some more photos here. This one coming to us, this was, I believe, sent last night once it finally populates in here. Bridgewater from Scott there. Let's see if we can find some more photos. I just added a bunch in here that we're still getting photos sent in from all of you. So we really appreciate that. Message us here on Facebook and YouTube. You can also email us, share it at nbcconnecticut.com. That's where I've seen all of the photos that I've been sharing here. And this is Groton Long Point, some of the snow from last night as it was falling. Steve sent that one in. Salisbury as it was falling last night there. Liz sent that one in. Just beautiful winter wonderland. Oxford, you can see that snow there as that was falling. Let's see if we've got some more. I know I've got some more in here. It's just hidden. There's so many great ones. This one, let's see what this one is. Oh, this one I loved once it populates here. Wally in Bristol. If you kind of look at his face, I don't know how he feels about the snow. Liz sent this in from Bristol. He's got a cute scarf, though. At least he's staying warm. Not sure how he feels about the snow, though. But how fun is that? Let's see if we've got any more good ones I can share before we kind of dive into the forecast here, because we've got some stuff to talk about for tomorrow. Let's see if we've got, this one. Sorry, I'm just grabbing all of them. This one I loved as well. This one is Moose. Hang on, it's populating in there. But Moose in Middletown enjoying the snow. Look at Moose. He's having a great time there, having fun. with the snow in Middletown. I mean, dogs with a ball, their favorite toy, and snow, you can't really go wrong with that. We're getting some reports here from some people in the comments, range of maybe 6 to 10 inches in Middletown, 3.5 inches in Manchester. It definitely was less hit there the further northeast that you went on 84. Maybe about 5 inches in Danielson. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let's see if we've got, here's one more photo I'll show you, and then we're going to dive into the forecast because we've got quite a lot to talk about with the next couple of days. Here's one more photo for you here. This is in Barkhamsted. Dawn sent this one to us. Just a beautiful scene, and it's a great scene to enjoy today. Go outside, make a snow angel, whatever it might be. Go sledding, snowboarding, whatever it is. Enjoy your snow day. And then we also had this great one as well. This is the last one I'll show before we dive in. You can do a snow angel if you so please. One of our viewers, actually a good friend of mine, reminded me that one of my first live shots here at NBC Connecticut early this year, actually, early in like January or February, was doing a snow angel on air, live on air, and somebody did it for us. This is Barb in Hamden with a snow angel there. It's a great snow for that. It's an easier snow to remove as well. Looks like we got 7 inches in Newtown, almost 11 in Waterbury. I believe it. I mean, like I said, about 10.5 for areas near Waterbury. So yeah, crazy. I mean, just a huge snow system for us here. But let's talk about what is to come because, like I said, 2025 is trying to go out a little crazier. So high temperatures today, we're seeing cloud cover out there right now. It's actually a low level cloud deck that usually happens when we've got snow on the ground, just keeping all of that moisture closer to the ground there. I don't think we lift above freezing today. Highs in the 20s and the low 30s with clouds just kind of slowly decreasing. We saw a couple of flurries this morning, but that is now out of here. Now, I would encourage you to shovel today, get the, treat the sidewalks, clear your cars today because look what happens tonight. Those temperatures are going to drop quite a bit. We're talking lows in the teens, even some of us in the single digits waking up tomorrow morning here. And I want to point out that rock salt that we use to treat the roads and sidewalks usually doesn't work very well below about 15 degrees, which is what a lot of us are going to be seeing. So that is something to keep in mind as you're shoveling. I would try to get it done today if you can. Honestly, a snowblower should get it done. Most of it was a light, fluffy snow. So that is good news there. Get it off of your cars and allow those temperatures to fall tonight. Not have to worry about it tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be lifting into the 30s here, the mid to upper 30s. All of us, it looks like lifting above freezing. Clouds are increasing, though, again, ahead of the potential for some icing. That is looking more and more likely here as we go through Sunday evening. I think it's going to be after about 7 p.m. tomorrow where ice accumulations are going to come into play. And the reason why I'm really just a little nervous about that freezing happening is we just saw, 6 to 10 inches of snow. So even if we lift above freezing tomorrow, those temperatures that you see there, ground is still going to be at or below freezing because of all the snow that's there. So any rain that falls, it's going to freeze on contact. And we could see ice accumulations, I think actually up to about 1/10 of an inch. So that is why I'm a little concerned about tomorrow evening. But tomorrow is very interesting. I want to kind of walk you through it here. And I think the best way to do it is with our future satellite and radar that shows temperatures here. So we'll go ahead and step into tonight. Again, dropping quite a bit tonight as skies will try to clear. If skies can't clear, it won't be as cold, but I do think that they should be able to in the overnight hours. Okay, so Sunday, you're A-okay until about 5 or 6 p.m. So if you have any plans tomorrow, any traveling to do across the region, especially New England, parts of the Northeast, tomorrow is okay. I would try to get to your destination a little bit earlier in the day if you can, because here in Connecticut, after about 6, maybe 7 p.m., that's when things are going to get a little dicey out there. Here's a look at that future satellite and radar. You can see that icing potential. That is all freezing rain here, which in my opinion is the worst precipitation type because sleet, that's just ice pellets, right? Snow, that's fun. Freezing rain, not so much because it falls as rain, but it immediately freezes to the surface. So that is what I'm a little concerned about. Again, grounds are definitely cold enough for that to freeze on impact. So that is something that we're going to have to keep an eye on very closely. Like I said, after about 6 or 7 p.m., I know that 6-7 meme is probably going off in your head right now. It is for me as well. And I don't even have kids. But that is kind of the time frame that we're looking at. Easy to remember, at least. So be home by about 6 or 7 p.m. tomorrow, because then that she said it's 6-7. I know, my bad. But so yeah, I would try to be home by then, because after that is when the ice starts to move into play here. And I'll go ahead and kind of just step through again that icing is still going to be possible. I think it's for all of the state, truthfully, has a good chance to see at least a glaze of ice here. But watch what happens as we kind of step through. So this is Sunday at 10 p.m. here, but then look what happens. Temperatures are actually going to increase through Sunday night and into Monday morning. So by the time we're waking up on Monday morning, typically, what about 6 a.m. or so, temperatures are already in the 40s. So I think that kind of actually bodes well for us here. But the freezing rain potential, I do still think is going to be with us. We're going to say, I think to keep it safe, we'll go 6 p.m. Sunday to 6 a.m. on Monday. That is the best chance for that freezing rain potential. Then as we go through Monday morning, we'll continue to warm up, and we might see a little bit of dry time here, but still some more rain expected by the midday hours. But temperatures are going to lift into near 50 degrees on Monday. Quite the roller coaster. So we'll probably see some melting happening on Monday. I don't think it'll all be gone, but I think some of that melting is going to happen on Monday. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and show you the potential for some ice probabilities. We'll probably put out a little map later on today, but it does look likely that everybody at least sees a glaze of ice. You can see a better chance further north that you go. In fact, actually, let me go ahead and zoom out this map for you. Look at that. Probably a bigger ice system, ice storm potentially over northern New England. This is tomorrow night. So if you have anywhere to travel in the Northeast, I would get it done later today or early tomorrow. Just to be, snow is one thing. And obviously, we saw a lot of issues on the roads yesterday, but ice is definitely something that nobody can really navigate well. So let's just make sure that just helping you out, just trying to make sure that everybody stays safe out there. We unfortunately did see some crashes yesterday. I can even tell you, coming into work this morning at about 3:00 in the morning, roads were not doing well. And shout out to all of the crews. The Department of Transportation is doing a fantastic job at clearing the roads, and they are doing much better out there. Highways are doing very well. I know I'm thinking of people heading up to Boston for the Yukon Fenway Bowl today. Boston actually saw less totals than we did with the snow last night, but some of those residential roads, right, the back roads, still not in the best shape this morning. So just make sure that you're taking your time wherever you're going, but enjoy your snow day and send us your photos, send us your reports. We love to see them here, but we do need to talk, obviously, about this potential for ice tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. If you guys have any questions, feel free to answer them. I'll stay on for a little bit longer to do my best to answer any questions that you guys can throw in our comments. So we appreciate that. Otherwise, you can email us, share it at NBC Connecticut. But like I said, 6 p.m. tomorrow to 6 a.m. Monday is the threat for that ice. And you can see about the 80% chance for that icing potential, or at least a glaze of ice, I should say. An 80% chance for at least a glaze of ice in northern Connecticut, northwestern Connecticut especially, but still a 40% chance at the shoreline. So I still think that everybody has a chance to see at least a little bit of at least a glaze of ice, I think I would say, for tomorrow evening, actually. Potentially up to 1/10 of an inch of ice is going to be very possible here as well. That shouldn't be enough to create power issues. So that's good, because we think about the weight of ice as well. So we think about that when it comes to power lines and stuff like that. Usually 1/10 of an inch shouldn't create issues, but I'm also thinking about all the snow that's weighing it down right now. We'll keep an eye on it for sure, but definitely going to create some slick spots on the roads. How does New Year's look? Great question, because I've got maybe a newer development here for your New Year. So let me go ahead and grab that for you here really quickly. I'll just show you what's going on. Just one second. Basically, what we're expecting is temperatures will warm to near 50 degrees on Monday behind this icing potential. It's crazy, crazy stuff this time of year. But then we cool down quite a bit on Tuesday. Actually, winds are going to be picking up on Tuesday for us there. And that is going to cool things down. We will talk about wind chills on Tuesday. That is the 30th there in wind chills on Tuesday, the 30th, going to be in the teens there. But let me go ahead and, let me pull up this specific model. So right now, I'll show you the probability of precipitation. Oh, my mom just said my hair looks pretty. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. The probability of precipitation is very high, obviously, for Monday. And then Thursday, that is New Year's Day. Actually, a chance for maybe some flurries. We're going to keep an eye on that. Let's show you. I'm going to show you two models back to back of what we're watching for New Year's right now. So as we go ahead and step through, that's tomorrow's system. So you can see the chance for some icing there all across the area. And that starts as early as about 6 p.m. Remember, 6 p.m. tomorrow to 6 a.m. Monday, the chance for that icing and then rain there. Then Tuesday is just a bit breezy out there. It's going to feel blustery, just pretty cold with those temperatures are feeling like the teens there. But here's Wednesday. That's New Year's Eve. We're watching the system though. Okay, as we ring in the new year, Wednesday night, things are looking okay. Now, all right, Thursday, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. It's still several days out, but the chance for maybe some snow as we head towards Thursday. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the GFS model as well. So that was the European model. This is the American model. Let's see how this one does. So again, showing that icing potential for tomorrow. That looks pretty likely as we go through the evening. Then it would just be rain here. It's a pretty big system across parts of like the Great Lakes, upper Midwest there. Then there's that wind for Tuesday. Here's Wednesday, still a little breezy. I think we'll probably be seeing temperatures in the 20s to ring in the new year Wednesday night. And then let's take a look at what Thursday looks like. Okay, there's a lot of agreement there between the two models. So that is something that we're definitely going to be watching. The potential for maybe some snow on Thursday. So the 2 days to keep the 2 time periods to keep on your radar right now. Sunday night, really Sunday evening, tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monday. And then Thursday, that is New Year's Day. We could be starting the year off with some snow. Now, that's just one model run, but start to see some agreement between those two main models there. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We might up the probability of precipitation for Thursday, but we've got to kind of see how the models treat it over the next couple of days. So we're going to keep an eye on Thursday. But this is why I love doing these live streams, because I can kind of show you my thought process as we forecast. I think it helps just explain to you how we do things and what we look for and that kind of things. And we love your questions as well. So keep them coming. We appreciate it. See if we have any other questions here. I'm going to go ahead and show you the 10-day forecast as well. Just to show you again what New Year's is looking like. Wednesday night. Can you believe 2026 is almost here? That is crazy. So I do think as we are ringing in the new year on Wednesday night, it looks like those temperatures will be in the 20s across the state. So that's your inland area 10-day forecast, and that is your shoreline area. So it does look like 20s across the board. For midnight, we'll of course show you that forecast as it gets closer, but we're gonna have to watch the chance for some snow there on Thursday, starting to come together a little bit more. But again, models are very interesting. Sometimes one model run this morning will show, hey, there's a chance for snow, and then the next model run they'll take it away. So it really just depends. That far out, it's hard because that system has not formed yet, right? So at this point in time, when we're talking about Thursday, that's 5 or 6 days away, that this is kind of when we're just looking at the chance. Can't really talk about the logistics there, but we can talk about the chance. Somebody's saying, give me my summer back. Well, unfortunately, we are not even one whole week into the season of winter. So I think we're going to have to get used to all this wintry precipitation out there. But Nice. Hey, a lot of people have been very excited about this snow system, one of the bigger ones that we've seen in quite some time. So we'll take it. And it fell very quickly. I also want to just mention this snow. Let me pull up those totals again. A lot of these numbers formed within only a couple of hours. I want to give you an idea of just how impressive this system was. When we talk about heavy snow, that's typically precipitation rates at about 1 inch per hour for snowfall rates there. Some of this system had snowfall rates of 3 inches per hour. That's crazy. Not for too terribly long, but still some really heavy snow. You definitely did not want to be on the roads last night as this system was rolling on through. So that is what we saw here. Again, send us your reports. 10.5 inches of snow is crazy, but that's New England in the winter time. Send us those reports as we go. You can email us, shara@nbcconnecticut.com, or you can email or you can message us here on Facebook and YouTube, wherever you're watching. You can comment that as well. But I do, before I leave, before I let you go for this specific live stream here, again, monitoring the chance for some icing to be happening. That is freezing rain. That would be an ice accumulation Sunday evening, 6 p.m. Sunday. And just to be safe, I'm going to say we have that threat through 6 a.m. Monday. There's a chance it would end a little bit earlier than that, but by 6 p.m. Sunday, I would try to just be indoors before then, because ice obviously is very difficult to navigate, and that could be a pretty significant ice system to our north in northern New England, but a very good chance for at least a glaze of ice, if not 1/10 of an inch of ice Sunday evening. So make sure that you are keeping an eye on that, and we will keep you updated, of course, through this weekend and through the end of 2025. I'm not Ryan. Sorry. Still learning how this all works. Again, thank you so much for joining our live stream. I've had a great time tracking the snow for us here. Somebody said it's a bummer that snow came after Christmas. I know it would have been really pretty. We missed a white Christmas by like 2 days, which is crazy, but it is really pretty. Enjoy today. Enjoy it. Go sledding, soak in the snow while it's here. Just be safe on the roads. Remember to clear off the snow today before it cools down to about 10 degrees tonight. Just make sure you're staying safe, but enjoy it. And again, we're preparing for that ice potential, the icing there, about 1/10 of an inch of ice tomorrow evening by about 6 p.m. So stay with us. We'll keep you updated with NBC Connecticut, and we'll continue to track all of the weather systems as we go through the end of 2025 and go into the beginning of 2026. So enjoy your last weekend of the year.